All right, guys. So again, thank you. Let's keep this interactive. If you miss this and you want to go back to it, just know that I'll post the links up. Sorry about the dog barking in the background. Is it too loud, the dog?
It's a little loud, but I can hear it.
Give me a second. Let me back. All right. So one of the things that we're going to go over today is how to buy products, right? So a lot of us already have set up Amazon accounts already. You guys are in the process of setting up your LLC accounts. We'll kind of go over what that means, like how you're going to use your LLC accounts. A lot of the items that we're going to go over today are available here in the tools channel. So we're going to go over Tactical Arbitrage. You can go ahead and get a 10-day free trial by using this link or using the code Macapunos. That'll get you a 10-day free trial instead of a 7-day free trial. That is on the website. We're going to go over Keepa, which is crucial. Keepa is the sales data telling you what is selling on Amazon. Got the website up here just so you can quickly see what that looks like. This is the website. So we're going to be seeing these graphs here in a moment when we go through some of these Amazon listings. The other thing that you're going to want to look at is RevSeller. There's a 30-day free trial for it. We'll also see how this plays into sourcing products. Saul, do you use RevSeller? I don't know if Saul's there, but I think he does. So again, all these links are here.
Sorry about that. I do not actually. Not yet.
Okay. Got it. Inventory Lab, Tax Jar, those are some of the things that we'll go over on another call. But we're really going to focus today on starting to find those products so that you can buy them and flip them on Amazon. All right. Just so you know, also, before we get started, there's a good video here on how to read a Keepa chart. This is posted in the guides channel. If you haven't seen it yet, I suggest that you do. So definitely take a look at that. All right. First things first, what are we going to do? We will go over Tactical Arbitrage. So Tactical Arbitrage, again, is a third-party application. I believe the membership that you need to start off with, or not that you need to start off with, but what we're going to be looking at today is the membership that costs $99 a month. And essentially what this does is this will scan over, I think it's like 1,000 websites now, and compare products on these websites to products on Amazon, and will identify, what, based off of your filters, what kind of products you're looking for. So real quick, just to show you how a basic search is ran, you jump over to the product search tab, you identify the one of many websites, one of many websites here to search. When I first got this, I got frustrated over the over the trial period. I was about to actually cancel it. I was too late to canceling it, so I actually ended up getting charged, and I was like, you know what, I might as well learn it. So I literally ran a scan on every single one of these websites. It took me about 2 weeks, but it taught me some important things. Number one, it taught me some of what categories and what kind of products I could sell as a new Amazon seller. So one of the most frustrating things that you'll find when starting to find products is that you're not allowed to sell them. And we'll see some of that hopefully here in a bit. In order to be approved to sell them, you oftentimes need to provide an invoice from a distributor or manufacturer, or get a letter from the company or brand saying that you can actually sell that product. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's where your LLC is going to come into play. So if you get, if you're not allowed to sell a product and it's something that, you're finding there's a lot of opportunity as you're doing your searches, then, you might want to go and try and find out who a distributor is for that product and see if you can open up a wholesale account with them so you can get that invoice. The other two ways to get approved to sell a product is simply by time. The longer and better that your seller statistics are, and that your Amazon account is open for, the more you start to get auto-approved in. So, word on the street is the magic number is kind of 6 months before like the floodgates really open in terms of really being able to get auto-approved in categories. I am getting ready to hit that mark. I know Saul is getting ready to hit that mark, so it's something I know that I've been looking forward to. But I've already started to see that based off of my sales numbers that I'm starting to get auto-approved in categories more and more. So, Saul, are you kind of seeing the same thing?
Yeah, the big ones I'm not, but there's a ton of niche products that I don't really have to worry about anymore. They just get approved, even when I'm in the store. It's nice.
Cool. Yeah. So, again, that's the most frustrating part of getting started is, finding products that you can't sell. So that's why I recommend actually going through each one of these websites and actually running a scan. In Tactical Arbitrage, you can run up to 20 scans. So, again, take the time to do it, go through your scans, understand what you can and can't sell as a new seller, and basically, just be patient. This is a long-term game, not a get-rich-quick type of business. So earlier today, I actually ran a scan on Barnes & Noble. So what I did was I went to Barnes & Noble, picked that, I opened the website, and let me close that. You can really scan any categories here. So in Tactical Arbitrage, you can actually pick all these different categories, right, that you see here on the right. Can everyone see the screen okay, or is it too small?
That's fine.
Yeah, I can see it. I do want to listen before we get too far into the searches, could you explain the benefits of using basic versus the advanced feature here?
So I only use advanced. I've actually never used basic. I guess this. Saul, have you ever used this?
Yeah, when it first, it's a very new feature within the last 40 days, and they're still updating it. So basic is great for I think it was more put in place for people that use VAs or virtual assistants. It gives people an easier look when they don't have to delve more into the data. However, it's also just kind of really nice for quick searches and things of that nature. Once you actually load some data in the basic, it shows completely different than the advanced. And they're still updating it to make it smoother, but it's not a bad. If you decide the basics the way you want to go, you really won't miss much.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, so I'll do some more research on that, and I'll come back with to all of you with really what the difference is between advanced and basic. I've only ever used advanced, so I'll definitely get back to you guys on that. So within Barnes & Noble, if I don't go ahead and choose that category on the right side, what I might do is go ahead and just kind of search clearance. And again, this is my process. Saul has a different process. Other sellers have different processes that they do. This is how I started out, and it worked for me. It may not work for you, but I go ahead and search clearance, or you can just kind of click on sale, and basically grab that URL, and we're going to paste it right back into this product search for category. Okay. So from here, down below, you'll be able to filter on the products that get returned. So again, we'll do a more in-depth look on Tactical Arbitrage, but for now, I'm just going to kind of show you guys the filters that I use, which are a little bit different than the filters that Saul uses. So I like to bring back products with that show that they're in stock so that I can actually purchase them, and that Amazon is currently not a seller because I don't want to compete with Amazon. They'll tend to get the buy box over you unless you kind of really undercut them. Saul, I know you like to, you're okay with getting stuff with Amazon, right?
Yeah, I'll compete with them. I'll sit either with them or like a couple of cents higher than them, and I'll still sell. It depends on the other sellers around there, but if it's a high enough rank or low enough rank.
Cool. So yeah, again, whatever your guys' risk tolerance is for your business, run your business that way. The other thing that I filter on here is the profit and ROI. Again, I look at a minimum of 25% ROI. I actually further filter that to a higher ROI, but just in case there are any like coupons or gift cards, I want to just make sure that I'm seeing more product. And again, some people don't put any ROI. They may just do 0, so they get all the results back, and they'll do some further filtering from there. Make sense?
Yep.
Sorry, someone's at my door. All right, so let's go ahead and once I'm done, I'll go ahead and hit search, and the application will do a search. I ran this search earlier today. I haven't looked at the results. I figured I just, number one, I didn't have time, and number two, I figured I'd kind of save it for the group so we can actually do a little bit of live sourcing here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and view that data that came back. And these columns are all adjustable, but this is basically all the different data points that get returned from the search. I like to bring some of the most important columns to me up here up front, so it's literally just a click and drag. I'll go ahead and refresh this. Oh, shoot, there it is. Okay, and then what we see here are a bunch of Keepa charts, right? So again, this is going to tell me the sales rank and how much, how many purchases are happening. Essentially, every time you see this chart go up, that means really no one's buying it. But when there's a dip, that means that people are starting to buy this product. And again, slowing sales, and then more sales, slowing sales, more sales, etc. Does that make sense here? Have all of you had a chance to watch that Keepa video? Hello?
I didn't see the video, but you showed it to me when I was over your place, so I understand.
I watched the video.
Okay. Cool. Joanne, have you seen that?
Yeah, and I've been looking at it since I got home.
Okay.
How to read the graphs.
Okay, good. Yeah. If that video is not enough, search YouTube. There's a ton of other stuff. I know once you get Tactical Arbitrage, you can join the Tactical Arbitrage group, and I think there's some good videos in there as well. Definitely one of the most important things to learn during this Amazon journey. All right, so moving forward, what I like to do is I like to filter here or sort by the estimated monthly sales. So I want to see what's selling quickest or fastest on Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and search and filter this, sort this to the top here. So we get the fastest moving products. Come on. There you go. All right. I'm going to filter out some of this Target stuff just because we looked at it last night, and didn't really find too much. So I'm going to focus today on the search that I ran earlier. So we're going to filter out based off of the store. Okay, and let's see. Right away, what I'm seeing is that there's approximately 2,200 units that are being sold a month. Again, this isn't like 100% accurate. So just keep that in mind. But it's a good measuring stick here based for what you're looking at. So as I go through this, right, I'm going to look at the Keepa chart. I mean, this is a pretty low ranking product. So it's something that I might be interested in, but as I look through this over the last couple months here, it looks like this product was just released for the holiday season. Sales were good, and sales started to slow down a little bit, but still, again, fast-moving product. If I'm interested in this product and I want to take a look at it, I'll be able to see here what my return on investment is, 158%. What I'm making on the product after all the fees, 787. What my actual dollar amount is that I'm bringing home after fees. What the average price is over the last 90 days. What the price is. Obviously, what the store's at. But let's take a look at this. I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and this is going to take me to the Amazon listing itself. Okay, so this is now where some of the other things are going to come into play, other tools, such as RevSeller, which is right here. So RevSeller is going to tell me a couple of things here. Number one, I can plug in what the buy cost was on this. I think it was $4.99, if I remember correctly. Go back. Yep, $4.99. And again, I can see and just confirm what my profit's going to be and what my margin and ROI is going to be after all the different fees that Amazon's going to take on this. Okay. Also, it's going to tell me if I'm able to sell this. So I am actually able to sell this product. It was something I was actually considering buying, but because this is a holiday type of product, I may actually pass on that. And because there's a lot of different variations of the product. So when there are a lot of variations like this, when we're actually looking at the sales chart, we want to make note of this, that the sales rank is actually a combination of all these different variations of the product. So those numbers, in terms of it saying like, yes, this is a fast mover, are for the collective group and not necessarily just this particular product. So actually, I'm going to pass on this. Does anybody want to see if they're approved in this? No?
I think I checked this one yesterday, and I think I was approved.
Okay, who's that, Connor?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Did you actually jump the gun? Did you take it or no?
I did not yet, no.
Okay.
I was trying to get a bigger cart.
Okay. So some of these things, again, I might skip over personally only because Amazon is on this listing. The yellow in this Keepa chart indicates when Amazon has it in stock. When it's white, that means Amazon doesn't have it in stock. This I may get just because, again, super low rank toy. I mean, this is really low also. Just concerned that Amazon, it stopped selling, the sales rank started to jump up on this. So, Saul, would you go after this or no?
Which one?
This Lego Duplo?
No. The Amazon's been in stock. They just came out of stock for the Christmas season. It'll go back down, in my opinion.
Right. So yeah, see, it kind of goes with these right here with all these yellows.
There's a filter. Actually, you can actually filter out how often Amazon's been in stock over the last 90 days.
Right.
And so for some people who don't want to touch, if Amazon's been in stock in the 50% of the time, they don't want to touch it, you can just throw that filter in and it'll stop it from even having to look at them.
Right. Okay. So as I go through this, I'm going to go down. Some of this stuff I know, like, I'm not going to deal with them because Amazon's there, or I may know that I'm not able to sell it. Like, as a new seller, you're probably not allowed to sell Lego.
Yes, you're not. But I would say obviously you'll learn the brands that you like. I don't even look at Melissa & Doug. I don't look at certain things, but there's always going to be exceptions to those rules. So like Disney is going to be gated for all of you until you get an invoice or get auto-gated. However, there are certain Disney products that you can sell. Like those Tsum Tsum products that I'm sure you all see at Target that are clearance. Those should be ungated for you and things like that. So unless you scan them, you won't necessarily know. So even if you're 90% gated in one category, there's certain items that'll slip through. I would just watch out and make sure they're not recently added to the catalog. As long as they've been on Amazon for at least 100 days, I'll buy them.
Cool. I'm going to pause this real quick. I just need to grab my door. Someone's still outside my door. 1 second. Cool. Thanks. I am back. All right. So as we continue to go through this, we start to see things like national parks poster. Really weird, right? But it's selling, right? What?
Can't question it.
Yeah, you can't question it. So let's take a look.
It's not an emotional business, right?
Right.
Oh, it's a calendar.
Yeah. So I'm approved to sell this. Let me show you guys how you can find out if you're approved to sell this or not. So if you don't have RevSeller, what you need to do is go ahead and grab the ASIN, which is located either up here, or you have to go and find it down here. Okay, or you can kind of just do a search for the title of this. I like pulling the ASIN because it's going to take me to the exact listing. And then you jump over to Seller Central, go to Add Product, go ahead and do the search, and then see if you can sell this in new condition. So obviously a few more steps there to see if you're approved to sell it. This is one of the reasons why I really like RevSeller, because right away it just tells me if I can sell it or not. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So can anybody sell this?
I have a question about rank. So the higher the number, like this one is ranked 4,336. That means that it's a good product?
So every category, right, has, right now we're in office products. Every category has a different number of products listed within that category. So the rank is going to be subjective to that total number. But I mean, I think typically anything really under like 50,000 in toys and like office products is pretty good.
Okay.
I know that in like food, I would go up to in the hundreds of thousands, just because there's a lot of different, products of food.
Got it.
So it really all just depends on the category. So when you're buying stuff as you're getting started, you want to go wide with your products, meaning you want to test it out, start to understand the sales ranks and like risk tolerance, buy like 1 to 3 units of a product, right? And send it in and test how fast it sells. And then as you get more comfortable, you start to buy more and more, units of the product. Where I used to buy like 2 to 3 units to test the product out. For me, testing a product out now is between 5 to 10 units. And if I'm comfortable with something, I might buy 20 to 30 units. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. Did anybody check to see if this was available for them?
I'm checking now.
Okay. And it looks like this meeting is going to cut us off in 7 minutes, so I'm going to set up another one under my work account to... Oh.
Yeah, I believe I can sell it.
Nice. Who's that, Connor?
Yeah.
Sweet. So I will post the link in the chat. So we
just got a message saying it was just updated to unlimited minutes.
Yeah, I just clicked on that, so I think we're good.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and go over to Barnes & Noble and see what's up. So yeah, this is something that's 50% off. It's $8.99. Ship the item, add it to cart, make sure you got your Ebates going, right? Or any of those cashback websites. If you have any type of, go to the gift card website, see if you can find a Barnes & Noble gift card at a cheaper price than what the actual face value is. Go and do that.
And Barnes & Noble, They do tax exempt, and if you buy their yearly thing for $20, you get free expedited shipping.
Right, plus an additional 5% off.
Online? So that is 10% in the store, and they don't do anything online, I didn't think.
We'll have to double check on that because I know you can add your account onto here.
Yeah, I would love that. They do now. Barnes & Noble does not like resellers. They do have a cap, so I think it's. I talked to their guys a while ago. I don't remember. And it was, don't order more than 50 items in an individual order. Don't order more than it was. I think it's like 15 or 20 of an individual item at once. And if there is a limit, sometimes you'll add things to your cart and say you can only buy 5 of these. That is a limit per account, not per order. So if you order 5 in one account or like one order, and then 2 months later decide you want to order more, that order will get canceled.
Yeah, I know I've had many orders canceled from Barnes & Nobles. Yeah, so easy workaround, create a new email address. That happens. But again, it's not you won't have your Barnes & Noble account tied to that. So
What were you saying about the free shipping?
If you pay for their yearly, it's like $20 a month. You can buy it online or in the store. You get 10% off every purchase in store and free expedited shipping online.
Cool.
yeah, and then also with the tax exempt, if you have your LLC set up or your resale license and your state set up, you can open up. I guess it's a tax exempt account, right? So
Yeah, there's if you just have your EI-9 and stuff, there's a portion in your account where you can just upload the number and they'll give you tax exempt.
Yep. So no sales tax.
And getting started, if I wanted to try this product out, how many units would you recommend ordering?
Between 1 and 3 units.
Yeah, unless it's like a killer deal that you're never going to find again.
Right.
And I kick myself if I order 3 because I used to do that.
Post that in there real quick.
Thank you.
All right. So what's the profit on that? $8.99. What is it selling on Amazon for? $40. Not bad. Buy 3 of those. Start making up some of your monthly costs. All right, so that's kind of the process. We'll continue to move forward here since we have the time. This is something that I might be interested in because I know I'm approved to sell Lego. So I'm actually going to. Saul, are you approved yet for Lego?
Yeah, you don't have the competition yet.
$54.97. Hey, Connor, did you get RevSeller yet?
I did.
Okay, so if you try this, yours should say you can't sell it. You can click on it and click apply and see if you can sell it. I mean, I know you're not gonna be able to sell it, but that's pretty much the process. Let me see if I can find something that I can't sell. So I'm actually just gonna save this for later because I'm probably gonna buy a few of these. So this is another thing about Tactical Arbitrage. You can save these listings into different folders. And Tactical Arbitrage will actually, if you set it up in the settings, which we'll go over another time, it'll actually kind of constantly monitor these items to see if the price drops and the ROI meets a certain criteria of yours. Or if it's out of stock and it comes back in stock. I know that there's a backpack on Barnes & Noble that you make like $30 on. Saul knows what it is. It's like a Case Logic backpack, and it comes in and out of stock all the time. But it's a good mover. I know we both know that. So I'm going to move that, put it in my list, and save it for later. Let's see, scrolling down. This is kind of stuff that I wouldn't touch. Yeah, this is something I'm probably going to save for later.
So as you're doing that, I just have a quick question. So if you're in the store and you guys keep saying that you're scanning the Barcode, what are you using to scan? Like what app? Or
You
is
can
it
use-
just Amazon?
You can use the Amazon Sellers app.
Okay.
Yep. Or if you have Inventory Lab, which we'll go over during another call, they have an app that you can use that kind of gives easier access to these Keepa charts. Because the Amazon Sellers app doesn't give you access to this, you literally have to go to the Keepa website and like paste the ASIN in here
Ah.
for the chart to come up. So that's why I don't like doing retail arbitrage much. To me, it's a little bit more work and I don't have the time to do it. Doing this, I can do it at the comfort of my own home.
Yeah.
Working,
I was just curious how that worked.
Yeah. So this is something that's interesting to me. This Kate Spade calendar for 2019. Again, decent ROI.
I'd be a little weary of Kate Spade. I think they do some IP stuff.
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, I know, like, I really want to use this as an example.
I got you.
Yeah, to show you that I'm actually not. I don't think I'm approved to sell this. I shouldn't be. So with RevSeller, see, I'm not approved here to sell it. So it tells me right away. If I wanted to see if I can get approved, I go ahead and just click on that. It opens up the listing in Seller Central, and then I can simply request approval. And it'll either approve me or tell me that I need to send in certain documentation. So in this case, purchase invoice, manufacturer, distributor. So this is where the LLC is going to come in, right? So if I really want to sell this, I go and find a Kate Spade distributor or manufacturer, or go straight to Kate Spade.
It can be any Kate Spade product.
As a brand, I can't sell Kate Spade.
Right, but like if you're trying to find an invoice to get approved, you can just get an invoice for any Kate Spade product.
Yeah, typically. So you'd probably want to filter on what's the cheapest Kate Spade product because you're going to have to show an invoice purchasing 10 units.
Got it.
Okay. So let me close. Oops.
So why were you saying to be wary of Kate Spade?
I mean, if you go the route that AJ mentioned, with getting an invoice and getting proper channels, then you will be fine. But there are certain companies, Kate Spade is one of them. If let's say we were 2 years in and we got auto approved for it, but we didn't have the invoices to back up our authentication, they will send out a infringement claim if we try to sell something, saying that we do not have the rights to sell their product, and it can lead to account suspensions. So there are certain companies that just do that more frequently. There's a list available that AJ and I can pull for you and send it in the group.
Yep.
So Amazon suspends you even though they auto-approved you?
Yeah, so Amazon and the brand are very separate. Amazon's saying, hey, we trust you to sell this product, but they're not giving you permission. They're not saying the product has given you permission or the company's given permission to sell it. They're just saying, we're comfortable with you selling it on our platform. Then you kind of have to go out and get that company's permission. A lot of companies are cool with it, but there are certain ones, Crazy Art, Kate Spade, bigger companies that say, you know what, we don't want you selling it. We're going to file an IP claim. We're going to say that you can't sell our products without prior authorization, and they will remove your product from sale. Sometimes they'll request that you provide authentication. Sometimes they'll say, just don't sell us anymore. And then sometimes it can lead to suspension. So it's kind of the risk of the business sometimes.
IP claim stands for intellectual property claims.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they don't want people selling fakes.
Yeah, and they get you most of the time with the pictures, which is I have a whole issue. I go to rant about it, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely save that for another conversation. I know of a group of attorneys that actually specialize in e-commerce and more specifically Amazon, and how to deal with all of that and when it's proper to bring in an attorney if something like that happens. But that's down the road, way down the road, unless we all blow up really big and do tons of sales, right? So we can afford them.
Yeah.
So here's another product, kind of interesting to me. The chart's okay to me, even though it did go in this period of losing its sales for whatever reason. It looks like it's starting to come back, or came back, and again, making decent money. So I'm gonna check this out. I don't know if I'm approved to sell this or not. Is everyone kind of getting the gist of the process here?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm able to sell it. What's the price on that? $8.99? $14.97? Let's open this up in Barnes & Noble. My computer's running slow. Let me grab the ASIN if anybody wants to test this to see if they can sell it. I'm going to post this in the... I'm just going to post it here in chat. In stock, $14.90. Oh, temporarily out of stock online. So when I see this, right, in my head, I'm kind of also thinking about, if this is available in store, maybe I want to check the availability. This is really kind of the only time where I'll actually do some retail arbitrage is I'll place an order to pick up stuff in store at the same store. And while I'm there, I might hit up like the clearance aisle and just kind of scan some things. But this looks like it's not in stock anywhere near me. So this might be something to look for in your local Barnes and Nobles. All right. Again, another one of those odd things. Looks like it's selling pretty well.
It's all the calendars.
Yeah.
Everyone's buying calendars now.
Yeah, so like with calendars, I probably wouldn't go too heavy on these because, it's a dated product, right? So yeah, I'm able to sell it. This looks odd. So let's see what it says. So this was saying the average price on Amazon, $17.59. $17.59. How much was this? Yeah, so there's no money to be made here. I don't know why this is here. Here's a planner. Bando. Saul and I love this brand. We sold a bunch of water bottles.
They were pretty cool.
Yeah, I was just joking about the loving. I actually didn't like it. It was too slow of a mover. Again, something I can sell. $12.28. What's it on Amazon? Or Best Buy? $10. I don't know. I don't know if there's any money there. Oh, well, there is money. $2. 20%. $33. 30%. Anybody interested in seeing if they're able to sell this?
You should be able to.
Yeah, like Connor, you should be able to sell this. All right, if no one's interested, then you know what? I'm gonna throw this in leads list.
Yeah, I'll check it if you throw it in the chat.
Let me just throw it in here.
Hey, I was trying to replicate the tactical arbitrage query that you did for this.
Okay.
Where did you put the Barnes and Noble's clearance link in?
I put it in the category.
Okay. Yeah, mine's not letting me put anything in.
Let's take that offline. I'll help you afterwards so you can share your screen.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, any questions? I'm going to go through this. I'm going to print out. I'm going to go through here and find some. I'm going to print this out basically and post it in the weekly leads, so that you guys can actually scroll through some of these things and start trying to find some of the stuff to buy. And does anyone have any questions on anything? Is it all making sense?
Yes.
Okay. Do y'all have Tactical Arbitrage accounts yet?
Not yet. Next
Not
thing on
yet.
the list.
No.
Yeah.
I sold a bunch of these. These things move like hotcakes. The 2018 ones. So I don't know if you got any of these from the Barnes and Noble sale.
I did not. I sold a ton of the photo books, but not the whatever calendars.
Calendars. Yeah, I think I might have sold like 20 to 30 units of these. So these are you all should be able to sell this. Sell it new.
Mhm.
I know these did well for me, so I'll grab this listing so you guys can practice pulling the ASIN and stuff like that, and see if you can sell it. Cool. Yeah, I mean, if there's any questions, this looks good. And I don't know about, well, this is like triple your money. Let's see what this is. Magic grip.
All the damn calendars.
Well, the good thing about these kind of things is you're probably approved to sell them.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could sell in store basically when I went.
Was calendar?
Yep.
Yeah, let me post this also. If you guys can sell this, good.
How much product do you recommend we start off buying before we send in our first shipment?
So I can't really speak for where you're at in Florida, because I don't know if there's how close the closest shipping centers or logistics centers to you. But for me, a lot of my stuff goes to Jersey. So I mean, I've shipped like a 45-pound box, like 24 by, I don't know, 18 by 18 or something, and it cost me like $7. Super cheap. Whereas if I actually had to send that product to a distribution center in California, it might cost me like 17 or 18 bucks. So what I do personally is I'll do my searches like this on a Monday, and then by Monday night, Tuesday, I'm going through those searches. I'm buying everything. I kind of wait for everything to come in from that purchase, that buying spree. And then I'll spend like a Saturday or Sunday and I'll box it up and get it to like FedEx. So I give myself like a week to collect all my items. It's really up to you. But you know, something you have to think about is the cost of the shipping going to be worth it for me to send like 5 units in?
I remember you mentioned there's a particular box size we had to stay within.
Yeah, so 25 inches on any given side and no greater than 50 pounds.
AJ, I have a question.
Sure.
So where do we find out where we ship our items?
Yep, so that's what I was going to kind of go over next time, but we can actually do that now since we have a little bit of time. So when you're ready to create a listing, and I'll post some good videos on this as well. Let's say I want to sell this calendar, right? I'll go into Amazon Seller Central. And again, I don't use Amazon to create these anymore. I use that product inventory lab. For me, it's just quicker. But again, it's something that's not necessary. For me, it just speeds up my process. But essentially, you go into Seller Central. I've got this product, this calendar. I'm going to sell it. And as I go through this listing, I'm now starting to list my products. I'm going to say I'm selling this as a new product. I'll go ahead and put my price. And you click this button, I want to ship to Amazon. And you save and finish. And essentially, you're going to go through this. We're going to choose whether or not we're going to label this with manufacturer barcodes or have barcodes created specifically for you. So going back into the supplies channel, I recommend getting a Dymo printer.
Okay.
Okay, so this is going to print out those barcodes for you, and basically you slap the barcode onto your package. If
Okay.
you don't do that, your product will get what's called commingled with other units of the same product.
Oh.
Okay.
So if your product's in good condition and somebody else's product is not in good condition, if it gets commingled, then Amazon's just going to grab whatever's there and send it out. And you could get dinged from a customer and say, yeah, your product was in shitty condition. I'm going to return this.
So you recommend to do the print Amazon barcode. So you have your unique number on your items.
Yes.
Okay.
Saul, do you do the same?
Yes, I've never commingled, and I would recommend not doing it.
Yeah, same thing. So I plan on doing shipment of some stuff in my house this weekend. I'll videotape me actually doing the shipment. So.
Okay, so once everything's ready, then the system will tell you where to ship it then.
Yes.
Okay, so because I'm kind of like happy because I think I have 8 warehouses in Arizona. So it'll be closer to me now.
Yeah, I've actually sent a bunch of stuff to Arizona.
So it'll be like, I'll drop it off.
No. So what happens is there's 2 types of shipments that you can do. There's a case pack shipment, which is a single box with all the same units in it. And then there's an individual packed shipment, which is you can put different SKUs into the box. When you create your shipment, Amazon, if it's an individual shipment, Amazon is going to tell you where to send a certain number of units of that product in one box, and a certain number of units of that same product might go in another box. So it all depends on where they need the product. So they'll tell you to split it up, or they can tell it to send it all at the same place.
Okay.
Okay. If you do case pack, which is all the same product in one box, then they'll just tell you to ship it to one place, and if they need to transfer it to different distribution centers, then they'll do that. Make sense?
Yep.
Thought someone else had a question earlier, one of the guys. No? Okay. Yeah, so I basically will go through this, add dangerous goods information. Is this product battery? No. Product regulation, dangerous goods? No. Submit. Okay, save and continue. And then it's going to tell me to probably put the number of units. Okay, so this is where it's asking me case packed or individual. We just kind of went through that. Case packed. And now I'm going to put the number of units. I mean, I'm not going to actually finish this because you can get, I don't want to actually create this listing. But you would put the number of units, and then after this, you would put your measurements on the box and actually weigh the box so that you can get an accurate shipping label printed. Shipping through Amazon is dirt cheap, I think.
Yep.
Like dirt cheap. You can use FedEx, UPS. I check between both of them, which one's cheaper, and then I just do that. I tend to find that FedEx is cheaper, so.
Yep, 99% of the time.
Yeah, and it's closer to my house.
Yep.
So that's what I do. So that's how you create a listing and a shipment. And again, I'll actually record me putting boxes together and stuff like that this weekend when I send in some stuff. So you guys can see that. But I'm actually going to do it through Inventory Lab. So you've seen kind of the process to do it on Amazon Seller Central. It's much quicker doing it on Inventory Lab. So again, time savings, making the process more efficient for me at least. Do you use Inventory Lab still?
Yes, I do everything in Inventory Labs now for the last probably 3 months.
Yeah. So, cool. Any questions? No?
Yeah, I have one more question.
Sure.
So thank you for showing us how to do the query and everything and find the products. I believe the reason we started on Barnes & Nobles was because there was the 50% off sale that we saw.
Yep.
Where's the best place to keep up to date with what the current sales are and things of that nature so that we can pick the queries we want to run?
Yeah. So, like I know Gift Card Granny has some alerts on there. I know eBay kind of has alerts as well. But kind of what Saul had mentioned last night, Connor, is as you're doing the search on all of these different websites, create accounts on them so they'll email you when they're having their big sales.
All right.
You might want to create like a separate email account where you're.
Yes, highly recommend doing that.
But yeah, I mean that's how I found out about the Barnes & Noble sale. I got an email this morning.
Yeah, they've been berating us with emails about Barnes & Noble. I got like 6 today.
Yeah.
But with 1,000 websites, I would almost recommend, and a couple people in other groups have done this, hiring like a VA just to go through and just like give them a list of all the websites and then just have them sign up. It'll take, I think it takes like 10 or 12 hours to go to every one and sign up, and it's well worth the money.
Yeah. So just so you guys know, VA is a virtual assistant. I can post kind of where you can find them. Typically, like I think you can hire a virtual assistant from like the Philippines that kind of knows how to do all this stuff already for like $5 or $6 an hour. If you want to get to that point, I mean, I would go through the grind and actually learn how to do it first, because you may also need to kind of show them a little bit. That's just one of the ways to automate things once you get to that point, is to do that. I mean, there are also Amazon centers or businesses that you can actually ship to, and they'll package everything up for you and send it to Amazon for you, so you don't have to do any of that. So there are services out there like that as well to completely automate your business. But that would be something that we'd all like to get to, I'm sure. But let's make some money first.
Need the higher margins.
Right. Cool, guys?
Yep.
All right. So any questions, feel free to ping me. I'm usually on pretty late. As Connor knows, I respond pretty quickly in the evenings. So, feel free to use me as a resource. That's why we're all here. And kind of ping ideas off of each other. I will probably create some kind of channel where we can post Keepa charts to kind of get opinions on them. So we're not flooding like the general chat. But keep your questions coming. Stay engaged. The more you kind of ask questions and kind of engage with the group, the more you'll get out of what we're doing here. So.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Good luck with sourcing this week. Take care.